Hello, good morning. My name is Ace. I'm a hobbyist. I like drawing, learning 3D art. This is what we've been doing so far since we've started streaming this mesh right here. We had some problems last stream, but I think we got them fixed. It was just a simple little thing that I did, but it should be fixed now. I'm running obviously later than usual. I'm gonna do a short stream today, very short. It's gonna be like an hour, so I apologize for that. There were some things that came up that I had to take care of, and I wasn't going to stream, but I decided, I had still got some time left, so I might as well just do a quick stream real quick. We're going to be working on the clothes. We did the boots. There's the boots right there. A little quick 360 view around them. This is what we came up with. First time doing boots. So we're going to get into the clothes now. All right. It's the low poly mesh. We did a t-shirt. Here's the pants. I think I could just press. Yeah, there we go. That's how it's supposed to work, right there. If you saw the last stream, things did not go that simple. Okay, this is how it's supposed to be. All right. Now let's look at the problems that we have here. Little not enough room here in the groin area, the sides. Of course, his butt. It's busting out of his pants, but we're going to get him. We're going to try to fix that. Okay. All we got to do is just make it a little bit bigger. All the seams are in the right place. It's just his pants are a little too tight, so we're gonna fix that. All right. Okay. Now let's restart that. Okay. Now let's see. What do we have to do? We got to go into. We got to go into the little cards here that we have made. Oh, we want that. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that real quick. Okay. Let's see. Now I said that this area here did not have enough room, and then of course the sides. So we're going to go into, oops, okay, we're going to click on cards here. I'm using garment tool. It's very useful for creating clothes really quick. We could do it the way we've done it with the underwear and the pants and just mask out an area and then just sculpt from there. But I like the natural wrinkles that this method creates. It kind of saves me time. I don't have to do a lot, and the clothes don't have to be super detailed. I mean, well, actually they do because this is supposed to be the high poly mesh of the clothes. If we have to make a low poly, then we should make this as detailed as possible. Like these boots here. Probably got to do a low poly mesh of these boots. I gotta see. I don't think yeah, they're about 500,000 polygons, right? So we're probably gonna have to do a little poly mesh of that. I'm gonna try to get that done as quickly as possible so we can move on to not as quickly as possible, but I'm gonna try to get that going. Probably work on that off stream at some point. I did start another mesh if I because if I do it this way for every single mesh, we won't see any pages anytime in the near future. I kind of want to get started. I'm eager to get started. When I write my story, it makes me very excited to see what I'm writing visualized on the page. I think that's where I think that's a thing that a lot of people do maybe because I feel like well, I mean, it appears to me that when people make a web comic, they just write it right there. I mean, they just create it right there on the fly. But I feel like that's also like a double-edged sword. Hey, friend of frogs. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm great. I'm great. How you doing? How was your last stream? Matter of fact, here, do something. Here, let me see. I got two keyboards here. I'm using it. Dual streaming setup. Uh, I hope that works. Oh, what? Am I not? Oh, happy birthday. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing a little short stream today. For some reason my thing isn't working here. Hold on, give me a second. I'm going to do something real quick. Squidward? Where? Oh, you mean the mesh? Squidward? I've never. I've where? Oh, yeah. No. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I get it now. I'm sorry. I had to think for a second because I didn't really watch SpongeBob when that came out. Man, yeah, when I came out, I wasn't really watching those types of shows anymore. I think I did watch a couple of Powerpuff Girls shows because that was it was like a kid show, but it wasn't really, you know what I mean? It was kind of like an older audience could watch that, I guess. I guess that's how well, I heard My Little Pony was the same way. But yeah, I kind of watched that, but other than that, I was just watching anime at the time when that came out. What we're doing right now is we are using this garment tool add-on here on Blender. This is a character that I have created for a webcomic. I'm going to draw the webcomic in 2D, but I'm using 3D meshes as reference to try to keep the consistency of my art. Because if I oh, you're welcome, friend of frogs. You have a great stream, great community. Um, I think I was in your stream the last time you streamed. Maybe because I don't know. I don't remember it was the cat one, right? Was that you? I think that was the last one. I haven't been watching Twitch very much since that stream. I have been watching. Oh yeah, when I had left on some clips of some HBO shows, I think it was from The Wire. Um, Someone made some compilations of some very like some of the side characters. They took their entire like character arc because it's very chopped up when you watch shows like that. It's like chopped up into like a bunch of segments throughout a season or a couple of seasons, and they took these characters and like took all their story, put it all in one thing. And I kind of got wrapped up into that. I was like, oh, yeah, I've only seen the show once. Like I watched it from start to finish one time, and so some things that I definitely forgot about it. A lot of those shows I've only seen once, but they're pretty decent shows. If you like crime drama stuff, those are definitely something to get into. And I think well, let's see, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game. Apparently, there's a game now. If you ever seen that movie, I don't know. They made a game of it. It's like a asymmetrical survival horror game. I guess that's what you would call it. Basically, what well, survivors versus killers. Things. Like Texas Chainsaw, or Dead by Daylight. But it's more than one killer. It's like three or something of them, or some such. It looks okay, I guess. And I was playing some very old MMOs, Final Fantasy 11. Kind of, I like that game. That's one of my favorite games ever. So I was playing that a bit. I haven't really, other than that, I haven't really been watching a lot of Twitch, but I'll definitely try to tune in on the next stream of, well, I guess pretty much anyone that I follow. It's kind of weird because now, since I followed so many people, since I've started streaming myself. Normally I just stuck to the same, what I guess 10 people that I will follow, and then at least one of them will be streaming for the most part. I just leave it on their stream, and but now showing support to so many other communities. It's hard to keep up with all of them at once. It's kind of a weird little conundrum. But it's not a big deal, you know. Eventually you see them all. Let me see, pattern tools, library. Okay, so we have made some adjustments here to the pants. I think. Wait, did I do the back? I don't know if I did the back, but I'm gonna do it again. Okay, and what I want to do is I'm trying to increase the seams here of the pants, and make them bigger so that when we make a mesh of these pants, the legs and everything underneath the pants won't show through the mesh. That's what we're trying to do here. Yeah, that's like I don't get a lot of them, but it's like when they show up, I just I don't even, whatever. I guess that's part of streaming, especially now. I did dabble in it a little bit in the past. Before I started writing my webcomic, I wrote my webcomic. I took like 3 years off of streaming to write a webcomic. But I just streamed randomly. I didn't. Most of the time, I mean, I didn't have a cam at all, and sometimes I didn't even use my headset mic. That's what I had. I had a headset mic. It was very bad quality, so I'm told. But I streamed Terraria. I think that's something you would like, right? If you haven't played that Terraria, it's like kind of like Minecraft, but it's 2D. It's a side scroller. You can dig anywhere. You can build all kinds of blocks and whatever. If you've never played that, I'm assuming that you did not. So I'm sorry if it feels like I'm mansplaining something that you already know. Okay, I just assume that people don't play the things that I've played most of the time, just in case. But anyway, it's one of my favorite games too. I like that and Minecraft the most. I do like Ark as well, but I have to be in the mood to play Ark. And Conan's kind of in the same boat as that. Like I got to be in the mood to play that, but I can probably play Minecraft or Terraria pretty much at any point because I'm always building some kind of giant, grandiose, uh, you know, just pure hubris build. Okay, that I probably won't finish, but it's just something I always work towards. So I don't get bored. Um, I like building like giant islands and castles and whatnot. I have heard of that game. Yes, it is a great game. In that same vein, I do want to try. I think that was you that was playing it. Stardew Valley. That's always been on my list for a long time. I do like playing games like that. Just really really sandboxy survival. I guess it's a survival game. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Harvest Moon. I've never played Harvest Moon. What is your webcomic about? It is a science fiction. Well, it's mostly science fiction. It's got a lot of fantasy stuff, elements, action, drama, espionage. But anyway, it's about two college students who come across a secret government project and they try to use it to save their terminally ill friend. Okay, and and the story basically just spirals around that. That's the synopsis. That's like the shortest answer I can come up with. There's so much things that happen in the story because I made it, I made it a little, very like a big epic thing. You got organized crime, you got military stuff. It's a lot. I put like I've never written anything, outside of high school. I did do some creative writing in high school, but I'm an amateur. I'm just gonna say that. And I put everything that I had into this, and I'm still editing it. I wrote it for 3 years, and I still edit it. Make sure it makes sense, and I'm trying to make sure that there's no plot holes or anything like that. Oh yeah, this is why I'm not seeing any of my stuff. I'm in edit mode. I'm supposed to be in object mode, and yeah, it's a lot. It takes place it starts in the 1970s, and um, now there's a minor thing that I'm working on here as far as editing. My original edit, it takes place for like 30 or 40 years It's a 30 40 year time span in this volume. I've written an entire volume, and it takes place from 1970 to I think it's about 2019. What is that? 40 years, almost 50 years. But that might get truncated a little bit, and changing the time period won't affect much because of the nature of the story. There's a lot of globe trotting in it, and the main character doesn't really. The only thing that would really matter in that time period is the technology, and I don't think that really factors too much. I think that's something I could change. That's still in the air, but for all intents and purposes, we'll just say 1972 to 2019. That's the time period. It's a it's a contemporary thing, but it's got all kinds of fantastical elements in it. It's not bound completely in reality. It's kind of like an alternate history, kind of like a Watchmen, where it's like 1986, but the history is a little different. Things like that. That's kind of what I did, and it kind of has that tone as well. It's kind of in that tone of the. It's a serious thing, but not too serious. You should be able to read it pretty much anywhere as long as you're not on the page where something violent is happening. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to read it at work or something like that. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I got into Watchmen late. It was actually the movie, and I'm like a comic book casual, I would say. I do like some comic books, but Watchmen is something that I didn't really get into until the movie came out, and I saw it, and I'm like, okay, well, all right, it's supposed to be Golden Age heroes, right? And, that's a little bit, before my time. I kind of don't. The only really real Golden Age. Well, actually, I'm not gonna say that. I do like Batman. I'm not a fan of Superman. Wonder Woman's okay, I guess. Not really a big Justice League fan, but I do like Batman. But I guess these types of heroes are like maybe before Batman, even though Batman was like in the 1930s. I don't know. Oh, the webcomic. It is called um, Magnum Strata. I don't have a domain name secured, but that's something that's on my to-do list. I gotta secure a domain with that name, but it's coming, and I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to at least work on some pages in on stream sometime this year. I just need 7 meshes. This is by order of appearance. This is the very first person that appears in the comic book. He's going to be wearing military fatigues because he is currently in the Vietnam War, and but it starts off in Cambodia. Okay, they're a little. That's a little bit. Even though that war kind of bleeds into Cambodia a little bit, they're not actually. It's not actually about Vietnam. Okay, that's just the setting. And he and a bunch of characters are looking for another character, and they're trying to find him, and the story begins from there. Okay, but there's like 4 guys that are gonna be wearing the same thing. That's why he's got these combat boots on. There's gonna like the next 4 meshes I'm gonna make probably gonna be dressed the same way. Then after that, we go all the way out somewhere beyond the setting as far as character designs are concerned. Okay, so yeah, I'm very excited to work on it. It's gonna be a learning experience. I'm excited. I'm very excited to hear what people think about it. You know, even if it's like really criticism, I'm okay with that. I got very thick skin when it comes to that. My friends and I, we've ragged on each other's stuff like pretty much all of our lives growing up. So it's like, and I think in my case that really helped me as an artist. There were some things that I took a lot of shortcuts when I was younger because we were just doing like we were just hobbyists, right? So I just drew it, and I would take stacks of paper and uh, fold them in half, and then just make the comic, without planning or anything. Just whatever idea I had, I would just make it right there on the spot. And I'm not doing that for this. There's a lot of planning that went into this, and it's a story that I've had actually. There's a lot of elements. This is like a bit, pretty much like an expanded universe that I've made since elementary school. It's pretty much the same story, but like now it's like from an adult point of view. I'll try to make it have to go back and make it make sense. I was very into the dark edgy 90s hero, but some of those things are a little bit outdated. But without changing everything fully, I'm gonna try to make it work in the sense of today's context. Okay, at least I'm gonna attempt it. I'm gonna try to. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Doing a little simulation thing here. Now these pants are going to be a little bit tight for your standard combat fatigues. We're going to adjust that. Right now, we're just looking for pants, okay? And let's see how a lot of the natural uh, wrinkles in here. That's wrinkles I don't have to sculpt, and of course we'll make them bigger. And we're just going to try and see here what we need to work on. I think we can inflate the back of his pants a little bit there, so his butt doesn't blast through. And here we got some like a part here. You're not supposed to see the seams of the sewing, but we can fix that. It's not a big deal. I think we have to make this a little bit bigger. That, of course, we got to make down there a little bit wider. Now he's got capris on. That's not good. You definitely don't want to have that, especially like in a jungle environment. You don't want your legs showing. That's how you get bit by things that are, poisonous and things like that. None of that. We're not trying to make it like, trying to make it make sense. Okay, he's got pants on. That's all. But we just make them a little bit longer. It's not a big deal. Now I'm looking here. It's still going a little bit. We got to make this area a little bit bigger. This we can inflate. It's kind of weird because I feel like some of this was okay. I guess it's still moving. We got to make these a little bit wider. And this, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is happening, but I guess we can make that wider. You know what? Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let's back up. Oops. Let's back up. All right. Edit the bend. Oops. Maybe we can move that too. Move all of this. It could be bent a little bit too much. That could affect the simulation there. So we're going to attempt to fix that and see. I want to see if the bend is making it do what we saw. Oops. Okay. Confirm. Everything. The band. Usually I have problems with the belt. When I do a simulation on this, and I've done this on female meshes, right? And they might have a little bit. I would make their hips a little bit wider than this, but the pants would fall off of them and into the void. That's usually the biggest problem that I have, but this time we got it right. So we generate mesh. I'm kind of glad because it's very frustrating. I guess I made this guy's waist a little skinny, but next time we'll try to make it a little more I don't know, less like I guess an ideal body type. I don't know. I wasn't going for that. I normally just followed the anatomy references that I see here, and sometimes it comes out like a little too idealistic, I think. I don't really care about that. I'm going to make uh what I like. I don't try to go out of my way to try to I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I make what I think looks okay, okay? Um did I hit generate? I think I did. Let me do it again. All right. Let's try it. See, the front looks well for the most part. I mean, there's still that there, which is weird because this part goes in, and I don't see why the pants doesn't just wrap around that instead of going into the leg. gonna have to do a little more alterations. But we're getting closer. This is getting a little okay. This is getting a little closer. We need to make this just slightly wider in every area that we see here where it's coming out at. We probably have to make these cards overlap with the other card. I'm just gonna call them cards. I don't know if they're called cards to be honest. I don't see any. I know hair uses cards. I'm gonna be doing that too at some point in the near future. Um, but yeah, I'm moving. Like I've learned how to do this and I say this pretty much every stream. I learned how to do this in ZBrush. It's a little bit different working from ZBrush to Blender, so I'm kind of learning some things over again, and that's why we're still on this first mesh. I started this in March, which is pretty much when I started streaming regularly. I am working on meshes off stream though, just to speed this up a little bit. But I'm going to try to work from start to finish on meshes when I can. Okay, on stream. It's just I'm going to try to get this going. So and I work way fast, and usually it only takes me a week to do a strip to do a mesh. But since chopping this up into a couple hours, 3 days a week on one mesh, it seems like it's taking forever. But it's I've already accounted for that. Okay. Okay, let me stop this because we are we know what we need to do. I'm gonna take that off. Edit mode. We gotta go to wait, what? Oh, okay. For some reason edit mode didn't show up and I was trying to figure out. Okay, so let's oh yeah, yeah. Hey, I just noticed you have a Minecraft a diamond pickaxe as a badge there. Do you have to just watch a Minecraft stream for that? I have a fighting game one. I totally didn't notice that. Yeah, I have a fighting game one because I watch a lot of fighting game streams. I'm a pretty decent fan of a little bit above a casual when it comes to fighting games. I like what? I like oh. Let's go back. I like watching fighting games. I usually just like what put on a tournament. Usually there's one that I watch every Tuesday. No LO, it just popped up on my badge inventory. Oh, okay. There must be something going on. Actually don't watch a lot of Minecraft streams. I watch like one at the most, and that's with another person. Well, actually two, three. Yeah, people that stream that I know of. I'm in their community, and they are in mine. Some we do play Minecraft together, but we have yet to stream it. I haven't streamed any video games yet. I do want to play them in the future, and that's most likely the first one you're going to see is a Minecraft stream. Um, I've never played it. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. It's pretty fun. You do pretty much every. I mean, it has like a slight progression thing, but you pretty much just do whatever you want. You know what? Why can't I get that outside one? That's the one we need to get these ones here. Oh, there we go. All right. So I guess yeah, that's right. I'm doing a mirror, so I can't do anything on that side. All right. We're gonna we're gonna move them this way so we can have some extra room here for the pants to wrap around the outside of the leg. I think I covered that enough. We just got to see. I just got to see. Oh yeah, and then there's this. I already did that. I already did that. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Let's go to object mode. I'm going to save it. Generate mesh. Okay. Now we're going to hide these. All right. So I'm gonna hit go. All right. I'm just gonna hit go. Let's see what we got here. I don't know. It's still doing the same stuff around the knees. I don't like that. And we got to make the pants longer too because I forgot to do that. I was only making them wider, but we got to make them longer. It don't really matter if the pants are tucked in or over the boot. That's pretty much a preference at this point. Normally, wearing them tucked in, that's kind of like the standard, but you know, it depend. I guess it depends on whatever unit you're in. Why is the back of his knees showing even? It feels like they're showing even more. Hmm. I may just have to inflate that. It's not done though. You know, I could just wait, but it's kind of weird that at the skinniest point of the leg, where it goes in, we have the knee, and then it goes in. That's the part that's showing. It's kind of weird. The calf, in the back of the knee and the calf is the part that's showing. You would think that it would be like, his cheeks here are coming out of the pants, right? You think it would be like this, and this would be covered, like it would be the calf would be busting out here, and not the back of the knee. But for some reason, that's not the case. I have no idea why that's happening. But the seams are a little bit closer. We need to really get them in there. We might have to overlap them too. I think I can inflate that. All right, so his pants are sagging a little bit. We're gonna fix that though. And also his shirt is clipping through his underwear. We gotta fix that as well. We actually don't have to do any of that because he's gonna have a top, and his top will come down over that. Usually the top will end around here, so we can actually cover all of that up. So I'm thinking maybe we stop it and then try again to fix that. Let's see. All right, we're gonna hide that, and we're gonna unhide the stuff that we do need. I don't know why the pants came back. Oh, that's why. Okay, there's two. I don't know why there's two, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Oh wait, I do know why. I do know why there's two. Normally, okay, when I hit generate mesh, it generates just in this collection, but I made a separate collection for this. So technically there's two, but they're both the same because if I click one, then the other one will just, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I've never encountered that before, but okay. That's for some reason is all right. First thing I'm going to do is make these pants longer. What? Okay, that's weird. For some reason I can't. Okay, now I can. What the heck? What is this? All right, I guess that was the one that I couldn't do. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna roll with it. I know I have a for this low mesh. I have a mirror on, so I can only affect things from one side, but it will affect the other side by default because it's a mirror. But the mirror should be on this side and not that side. But for some reason there are certain things that I can do on. I say I can't do that one, but I can do this one. This should be the mirrored side. For some reason it's not. Can't do that one, but I can do this one. I can do this one and this one. See, I don't get it. Anyway, whatever. Oh, actually, I just did that. I literally just tested that. All right, so we're gonna make these even wider. And I think now, oh, you know what? You know what I can do? Don't make that wider because I feel like now that the pants are sagging, and that's the reason why. It's because I am making this dot wider than that dot. So let me okay, let's mesh it or not mesh it, merge it, overlap it. Let's overlap it. That's the word I'm looking for. How about wait, is this overlap? Oh no, this is overlap. Okay, I'm gonna overlap it even more. Can always revert what we did. Okay. Oh, not edit. Object mode. Do I? Yeah, it doesn't know. It doesn't matter. Oh wait, hold on, stop. We didn't hit generate mesh. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Now we need these arrows on so we can affect them. When you turn these arrows off like this, you won't be able to select anything depending on what it is. Like I wouldn't be able to select the belt if I did that. We want these ones on. Okay. Let me hit generate mesh again. Okay, so we're good. Good, right? Okay, now I hit go. Spacebar in this case. I'm gonna see what we did. I wanted these extra. I used breaches here because it has that extra. Oops, shoot. Let's go back in there. It's a little chuggy right now because it's simulating, but we'll be fine. That's only the first simulation. Once it gets everything going, it'll go fast, which is what it's supposed to do, which it did not do on last Wednesday. What I did was I turned on collision for my high poly. My high poly is what 12 billion polygons, so and all that had collision on, so that was what was causing all of the lag. This time we don't have to worry about that because we have it on the low mesh. So that was a screw up on my part, but we fixed it. And you know what? I found out like as soon as I turned the stream off, like 20 minutes of testing was all I really needed. So I kind of wasted the last hour of my previous stream troubleshooting. That's only because I didn't have to, I wasn't talking to anyone. I could just focus and find out. And that's what I did. Okay, hold on. Let me stop it. Let's go back. That's how fast it's should be right there. Okay, see, they're starting to ride up there. So they're getting caught on this, and it's riding up. Not really, but the seams on the sides are getting a little closer. It's within the realm where we can just make if we decided to go with this, we can do on the spot corrections right then and there once we finalize this mesh. I'm just trying to get it to where I don't have to do that though because um, this these polygons are caught somewhere in the leg. So if I were to finalize this and then try to bring them out past the leg, they're going to look jacked up. And I know this because I tested it. So we need to fix that before we finalize the mesh. And I'm not sure at this point how to fix this right now, but we will get to it. I'm looking to see if it just won't pop out. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's doing that though. I just really don't. Is there something in there? Can we zoom into that leg? Hold on, let me stop the simulation. Let's get all the way into inside of his leg and see what's going on in there. Like it's getting caught on something. It seems like. Wait, are we in or are we out? I don't know. Let's go back. Okay, we're supposed to be. We're in. It looks like we're out, but we're actually. Don't do that. All right, look. There's the pants. The pants are just inside of the leg, and I don't know why. They're just here. We need to fix that. I'm tempted to just pop them out, finalize this and pop them out. That could work, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, we're gonna restart that simulation. Oh, Ooh, excuse me. Okay, let's go back. It's just trial and error at this point. What are we doing? Oh yeah, taking eye off. Okay, and then we have the belt. All right, there we go. I don't know. I have to select something and then unselect it, and then I can do edit mode. I still don't understand some aspects of this program. Okay, it's this part here. The only thing that I can think of is to what? Oh, you know what? The only thing I can think of is to take these. No, take these. Okay, we can go to the side view and move these back. That's the only thing I can think of that might fix this, but I'm not sure. The only way we're going to know is if we just try it. So let's do that. Let's see if that does anything. Uh, okay. Now let's regenerate the mesh. All right. Now I need this. That's why I try to put these in their own collection here, so I can just turn the whole collection to invisible. But keeps putting the breaches that we're working on in there, so I'm just not gonna worry about it. We'll just have to do that every time. And now since we move this out, right? What the world? Sorry about that. Okay, so now that we move this out, we can curve it in more. Oh wait, hold on. Edit bend. We have to click that first. Let's bend that in. All right, we got it. We got it. All right. I think we got it. I don't know. Confirm it. Hit spacebar. And we just wait and see what we got here. It looked great from the front, but when we turn it around, we got yeah, still doing it. I don't get it. We may just have to just inflate that. I don't want to make the belt any wider because that will cause it to slide down off of his body and fall all the way off of him. Like the thing will literally simulate that. Actually, you know what? Since the pants are actually good here, they'll just fall down to his ankles like a normal like pants actually would if they don't fit your waist. They'll just fall down, right? So that will you'll actually see that simulated. But there have been some times where I made the thing too big and it will slide all the way down right off of his feet and then just fall and you can see them fall all the way down and then you can do this to the camera and just watch them fall all the way down wherever that is down there somewhere. There's no actual floor here, so but yeah, I don't know. And yeah, we still need to make these longer apparently because they're riding up since they're being caught here. They're riding up off of his leg, so we have to make them super long. We have to make them much longer than they are now. We're gonna have to manually fix this. I see. I can see that that's what we're gonna have to do. All right, let me hit space bar. The shirt ain't gonna be so bad like this. The pant. Now, the reason why I'm doing the pants, like I'm working from the bottom up, I'm working through difficulty here. I never sculpted any boots before. I've said this ever since I've started these boots. Right? We gave it our best try. I like them. I like the way they turned out. That was the hardest, right? Because we've never done that before. And then the pants are the second hardest because they always fall off and they're kind of hard to get together, as you can see here. This actually turned out much better than they usually do when I've done this, when I was learning how to do this. And but the shirt I can get in like one or two tries. That just because I don't know the arms just in the shirt is hanging off of the shoulders more, so it just doesn't fall. And you got the sleeves and all that, so we don't have to worry about the shirt. The shirt will just happen, and then we'll have to make ourselves. We'll have to carve the collar, or not carve, but you have to create our own collar and things like that. And I think you might be able to do that. Like I can see you can put pockets here. I don't know how to use this though. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the pockets myself from scratch and just go from there. And since we kind of have a lot of loose things here, the wrinkles will kind of sell that a bit, which is the reason why I'm doing it this way instead of the way I did it with the shirt here and the boots. Uh, yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna try one more time to make these longer and maybe make them wider. Maybe if I just make the bottom wider, will that fix it? I don't know. I'm gonna find out though. Stop it. No, don't. No, don't do it again. All right, let's try it again. One more time. Then I'm just gonna finalize them and then just alter them myself. All right. Select, unselect, and then we can go to edit mode. Did it again. There. All right. I'm gonna make them much longer, right? And then I'm only gonna select that side and make them much wider and see if that helps somehow. Okay, let's try that. Cut that off. Oh, wait, don't do that. All right. Get out of edit mode. All right, let's generate that mesh there. Okay. Now I'm just going to hit spacebar. It almost looked like it worked, but they're still sucking in here, but that's all right. We're just going to, but we did fix this, kind of. We can tuck those in ourselves. Now there's a lot of space down there, but it's still doing this up here. I'm not worried about this part or this part. I can inflate that myself. It's only this part that I'm worried about because these wrinkles are being created because it's being sucked into his leg for some reason. I don't know how to fix that. I don't understand why that's happening. Oh, you know what? I'm remembering something here. I think that's because of collision. See, I'm noticing a difference a little bit. No, not really. It's the same thing. At first, I was gonna say that, but I think I got something in my eye. I'm sorry. At first, I was good. It seemed like it was gonna be different, but no, it's not. But I know why that's happening. It's because of collision, and I just need. I have to change that. This is what I. Okay, let's try playing with that. Let's see. Let's go back. Collision distance. Dang, which way do I go? What was it? It was 656 before. So let me try 0.01 and then hit generate mesh, and then see what happens. Uh-oh. I think you're about to see what I was talking about earlier. We done goofed. We done goofed. It's still scrunching up right there. Yep, you're about to see it. His pants are coming down. His pants are coming. They're coming down. They're coming down this time. Yeah, they're scrunching up right there. The same spot, but now it's going to be the entire pants doing it instead of just that one spot. All right, we've seen enough. I'm not going to wait for that. I'm not going to wait for that. We already know what's going to happen. That's where they were before. Generate the mesh. Okay. So we're back where we started. It's always important to remember the numbers before you change it. That way you can go back. Okay, so if that's like that, what if we increase the stop it, stop it. Oh, you know why that's messing up there? Because the simulation is going. So let's stop, go back, let's increase the distance some and see what happens. Yeah, all right. I'm thinking back to when I was learning this because this is like I'm still like trying to grasp using this add-on. As you can see, the why I'm just not generating the clothes and moving on. But the collision distance is clearly the problem here, and they're starting to become like actual pants here instead of like leggings. You're not gonna wear leggings to a battlefield unless you're like some kind of anime character, I guess. Do that in anime, I'm sure. All right, so we're on to something here. We can fix it with just the collision distance. So we're gonna keep going in this direction and see what happens. Is that as low as I can? Wait, what the? No, that is as low as I can go. No, it ain't as low as I can go because now I'm just gonna say I'm gonna put one. What? That is as low as I can go. Are you serious? All right, well, let me try to increase the quality. How about that? You gonna stop me there? You gonna stop me there? Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Generate the mesh. If that's as low as I can go, then we'll take it the rest of the way manually. I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. If that's the way it is, then we can. If we can't completely fix this, we'll just self correct when we're using it as a reference. When we're finally at that stage where we're posing this guy and then drawing him, trying to make him look not stiff. Because at this point, that's the only thing that I'm gonna have to worry about, which is fine by me. Then that's just the way it's gonna be. Then all right. I don't know. I don't think the quality did anything. And the thing is, with the clothes being like this, what's this? We won't have to remesh the pants and the top. I think. Looking at the numbers there, the only thing we're gonna have to remesh is the boots, and I'm okay with that. Really wish that did not happen, but well, okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to deal with that. The rest of the pants look like we can work with those. We can work with this. We're just gonna have to tape this, kind of like tuck them somehow. We can stretch them and tuck them in, or not. It doesn't really matter. I think we're gonna have to just go with this for now. And with this extra room here, I think what I can do is just shape. just put a shape of a cargo pocket here and then just call it a day. His pockets are done, and maybe just make a little slit here for his regular pockets, and then of course the seam that runs along the groin here, and then the back pants pockets, and then that's it. Good. Hey, little bass guy. You know, it's 1 minute from noon. We're actually about to stop, but I'm doing fine. We got the pants working. What I did was I put collision on the high poly mesh, and that was what was causing the lag, as opposed to the low poly mesh. That was the problem. So that is we fixed it though, so it's fine. It's still going. Actually, it's still going on. So it's all good. It was a very simple thing. I think what I was doing was yeah, I had the collision on the high poly mesh, and then I was putting collision also on the low poly mesh, and I didn't take it off or something like that. But once I fixed it, it was good. That's the way it should look, just like that. And it just gets up to the point where it was calculating before. That's where most of the slowdown comes from. But once it calculates it, then it's normal speed. So we're good here. You see, it's got a little wind effect, huh? But I'm going to try to. This is the only problem. This is with the collision distance. I'm trying to see here if there's anything more that I can do before we try to fix this manually. So we have collision there. And okay, here's the collision settings. Maybe I should just let me stop the simulation so I can go. I can go no lower than this. That's as low as I can go. So it looks like we're just gonna have to go manual from here, which is fine. It's just some of these wrinkles that are being created as a result. We're gonna have to unwrinkle this area and just do that part. Just do this part ourselves, which is fine. That's not a big deal. We're already taking a shortcut here just by using this add-on. It's less polygons, but it has natural wrinkles in some areas, and that's something we don't have to carve, or not carve, but sculpt. That's really it. Otherwise, we could just, if this completely did not work, we would just do the pants like we did the shirt and the underwear and the boots, and then just go from there. But this way is much quicker. Not to spend a lot of time. I could just make little slight alterations here, like the cargo pocket, back pants. I already said that before. The seams, all that stuff. So we only have to worry about this, and this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finalize the claw, and now they are as is, like so. Let's okay. Okay, that is what we need right there. Just these. Yeah, we have something like pants going on. They are above his waist for the most part. They're a little low, but that's okay. We're gonna cover that with his top. His top will come down to here. Not a big deal. So we're gonna go into scope mode real quick, and I am going to inflate these areas that have clipped, and that should fix most of the problems that we had here. Like so. Actually, you know what? We don't even have to do the pockets. Whatever is going to be covered by the top, probably just not gonna do it. And if I have to do it, then I'll just go back and do it. It's not a big deal. I should do it anyway, just just so I can learn how to do it, but because we're still in uncharted territory. As far as clothing is concerned, using this add-on and doing it with a mask and extract, that's as far as I got with clothes. And when I was learning this and just putting clothes on as a proof of concept that I can do, I met a fully clothed, fully haired, clothed with hair and textures mesh. I just did this and left it. I didn't do anything to the clothes. So now we're reaching an area where we're gonna have to start adding detail to the clothes, and I've never done that, so we're learning it. And this is what I was talking about. We just kind of inflate that part. You see, we have some very unnatural things here, but we're just gonna have to fix that manually, or we can just not do it and then just uh, continue on. And then when we get to the part where when this is complete and we're using this as a reference, we just won't draw this part. We'll just we can look at some clothing references. There's a bunch of things we can do to bridge that gap. But eventually I'm going to have to learn how to do it, so I might as well just fix this stuff now, before we get to that. So it's just around the knee area. We're going to have to make some slight adjustments. And now we can take, and as you can see, this is a little, these boots aren't tucked in, okay? We're going to try to tuck those in manually. Or at least give the idea that they're supposed to be tucked in. They don't have to be actually tucked in. And we can clip them into the top of the boot, and that'll be fine. Just need to get to an angle to where we can see what we're doing. Good enough. Shirts are way easier than pants. That much I know. This is also something that I've said not too long ago. The shirt won't be as difficult or stubborn as the pants were. That's why we're doing the pants first. We did it by difficulty. Again, this is something I've never done before, so we started with that. And I've always had trouble with the pants just falling off of the mesh. We just did the pants, and we actually did it. It actually went much smoother than it normally goes. We now know that we need to take the collision distance and make it as low as possible. And I guess from there, depending on, not everyone's going to be wearing pants. It's going to be people with uh, shorts, dresses, robes, whatever. So we won't have to deal with this every time. But for people with pants, and there's always the other way. We just sculpt everything from scratch. That's always a thing too. It's not really, that's not something I'm averse to. I just wanted to see if I could come up with a method to where I won't have to worry too much about the wrinkles. And if this turns out to be something a bigger problem than what it looks like, then we'll just do it like we did the shirt and the boots here. Just do that from scratch and just only do the top until that becomes a problem. Wearing pants is overrated, yeah. There's gonna be people with suits, jeans, whatever the case. So this is something that we're gonna have to keep dealing with. So we're gonna try to come up with a method that's not difficult, or it doesn't cause any problems down the line. And I am considering just maybe we should try it the other way for at least one mesh and see how that turns out. It's better than trying to just have the program come up with the wrinkles and go with that, or just do it ourselves. But for now, we're going to see. We're going to try to make this work. A little too much crack there. We gotta, we gotta. I think we gotta adjust that somewhat. I don't know if that line does not help either. That line goes right through there. Been there. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a wedgie, but that's okay. I mean, if it comes down to it, we can just ignore some things when we're using this as a reference. So, all right, let's go back to tucking in the boots here, and then we'll have a nice start for when we really finalize these pants here. At least get to a point where we're sculpting them to look better, which I guess would be finalizing. Can you just get that part in, please? Can we do that? All right, I guess I just gotta do that there. All right, let's lower the brush a little bit. Wow. Okay, we'll just go all the way over to the left. That's what we got to do. Let's do it. What is this clipping in here? And why can't I grab that? All right, whatever. Yeah, it looks like he's got pants that are tucked in. They're a little. I'm looking at some pictures of people that were in Vietnam. Hope they made it. Um, I actually, you know what? Yeah, there's a little bit more room down here. They kind of come over a little bit, so maybe we can pull this out some, okay, and then do the same with our mesh. Kind of have them come up over the boot a little bit without clipping through like that. Yeah, like that, just like that, like so. Most people don't actually tuck their boots in anymore. They blouse them with blousing straps and they just rest just above the boot. I don't know why I had trouble reading that. Yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, I know. We're right now. We're just looking for like the look, right? Yeah, those little drawstrings at the bottom. Yeah. Um, yeah, we're just trying to go for the look here of them of however they're bloused, it tucked, whatever. There's no way I'm gonna sculpt that. I'm not doing that. We're just gonna have to pretend when it comes to that. I'm very surprised at how these strings turned out here. I kind of like them. I like the way they turned out. I wasn't sure how I was gonna do them, if I would have had to make another mesh or what, but I'm glad that I just like carved them in. I guess it's more like the illusion, the eye gives your eye, you have the information there that okay, there are shoestrings there, and it doesn't look as carved. It doesn't look like they're just sculpted on top. It looks like they're actually laced. So I'm gonna pull them out a little bit. Try to give that illusion there, that little bagginess from either being bloused or tucked. Oh, okay, we're getting a little pixelated there. All right, so let me try to pull it in for the top here. No. Oh yeah. All right. So what I should do, let's pull them down and then in, down and then in, and then try to pull. Okay, working with a too big of a brush here, so got a little bit of a leg showing there. I'm gonna pull that down. Oh, you know what? I don't even. You know what? It doesn't. This is fine. It doesn't have to be symmetrical in this case. There's no way that this bloused or tucked boot. I'm just gonna say tucked from now on. This tucked boot is gonna look exactly like this one. So it's not. It's completely fine that we weren't working with symmetry. But normally we would do this. We would have symmetry on, so we don't have to worry about doing them individually. But this is more natural, so it's okay. So from there, we're gonna be working with symmetry from now on. Pull them in a little bit over the top. All right. So it looks like they're turning out pretty well as far as the look of it. I think I like it. I'm pretty satisfied with this. And all we have to do is we're gonna have to take another look at this area, definitely. And then of course the pockets. Here's another thing. I keep looking at this and it's bothering me now. Okay. Why isn't that working? Oh, I know why. All right, so we're gonna fix this. I thought I remembered fixing this, but maybe I reverted, from trying to fix a problem or something like that. I don't know. But we're definitely gonna let's get rid of these holes here. Some moth got to his wardrobe, and we're gonna do the shirt too while we're at it. Click on the shirt, and then we got to go back to sculpt mode. I know there's a way you can select. Now, maybe it's a different Blender version or whatever, but you can select each mesh no matter what mode you're in. But that's not really important, so I'm just gonna keep doing it this way. Get rid of the holes in his pits here, his shoulder, his nape, I guess. Oh yeah, and his little collarbone. Fix that. We'll draw the circle here. It's a little weird, as you can see. If you look at it from this angle, it's not. It's following his body instead of the way the shirt is sewn. If it were sewn, we're gonna bring his shirt down a little bit. I think my idea for my reasoning for doing this that if I bring the shirt down some, it won't look. And even though this will all be covered anyway, it won't look like his pants are too low. Oh, some people wear them like that. As long as they're not hanging down, should be fine. Should be regulation, I think. All right. Object mode. Oh, object mode. Underwear, and then we're gonna sculpt, and we're gonna get this area here and fill that in, even though this won't be shown either. Now we got some clipping issue here. Oops. Because we are on the underwear instead of the shirt. This was an oversight, but I'm going to leave it. All right, sculpt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the radius again. Okay. And I'm going to try to make this more of a, just a little bit more even. It's still clippy as heck, but it won't be shown, so it's not a big deal. When we have to sculpt someone where this would matter, then we'll fix it then. Oh, what do we have here? His belt is out of whack. All right, I guess we could work on that. It's like a rope, like he's tying like if he had a rope tying his waist together. Sculpt, I guess. No, let's go object, stop, click that. It shouldn't be dark orange. I don't like it when it's dark orange. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Even on a that's even on a short stream, we got to deal with that, huh? All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end it soon anyway, but give me a second. I gotta do something. I gotta make sure that yeah, let's put it there for now. Okay. All right. I'm gonna continue on a little bit longer. Just gonna try to do little tweaks here and there. Okay, so we got a tucked in appearance for his boot. We're going to increase the radius. Yeah, I mean, even on a short stream, I gotta deal with this. It wasn't. I should have ended it. It wasn't. I mean, I should have just ended it. But we weren't. I was gonna stop at noon, but since what I'm doing here is very minor things, I'm just gonna do them real quick. Uh, okay, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to bring his belt line, his waistline. I switched from back blaze to crash plan for one of my backup solutions, and boy, am I remembering how much crap I had seeing how long this initial backup is taking to do. What is any of this? Blaze to crash plan? What are we? What is this? What is this? What is this stuff? Is this related to photography? Photography? Or is that stream related? I don't know. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I got to keep up with this. Give me a second. Uh, there. I don't know any. I don't know anything about the medium of photography. Or at least stream is still not coming back up for me. Oh no. It says I'm live and it says that the connection is excellent. I don't know. Did you try reloading? I don't know why I can't talk to the chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, so maybe we should stop. I'm just gonna type that even though it doesn't really matter at this point. Yeah, I can see myself, which is super weird. But yeah. Let me see. Let's go back to see let me just park it there. I gotta put two things together anyway, to two VODs for the stream archive, because since it crashed, every time it crashes I have to do that. That's not a big deal. I know my end should be good. I mean, I put all the correct settings that I could, and normally I put a bigger strain than streaming uh, on my connection, so this shouldn't really be a big deal. But I'm going to assume that it's on Twitch's end. So, uh, okay, so we have a good start here. I think we just have to get that. That's all we have to do. I'm not sure how we're going to do that because it's really jumbled. I would have to remesh it and try to fix it like that. It was my goal to do it on the. It was to get this working on the first try, so I would not have to do that. But so far that is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm probably gonna have to remesh it. It's only 6,000, but or maybe I just don't remesh it and just try to smooth that out. I don't know. Let me see if that works. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it and try to smooth it. Oh, flatten might actually. If I try oops. If I try inflating and flattening it, will this work? I think we got something here. I think we have something that we can do. Okay. So we'll do that then. Actually, that actually might work if we just smooth it out some. And I'm gonna have to look at I'm going to have to look at a reference of how the back of pants look. It just came back up. All right, cool. All right, so in case you didn't see, what I was doing was I did some flattening and then I just reinflated it, and that got rid of a lot of these unnatural things here. And I think we're just gonna do that going forward. Yeah, my end should be good for the most part because OBS tells me when it disconnects. So I pretty much just stop talking until I can see it's up on Twitch, and I'll just put the VOD together and put it on the YouTube channel. And people who are watching on YouTube, they won't even notice what happened. All right. So yeah, that's actually not so bad. I think we can, yeah, if we just, yeah, I'm gonna have to look at a reference to see how the back of the pant, like baggy-ish pants look on a person when they're wearing them, and then I could just do some really basic wrinkles there to match that. But I'm okay with the rest of the pants, to be honest. I mean, I think I can work with this. They're baggy enough to look like well, they're not exactly beady. I don't know what they called them back then. No, let's just call them fatigues, okay? Every time they change them, they give it a different name. So I don't know what they call them now. I don't know what they call them then. I only know what they call them in a certain period of time during a certain period of time. But yeah, these they're not skin tight like they were when we were testing them. Everything looks fine. We're just gonna have to make a belt. Well, actually, we don't have to make a belt, but we should make a belt. And yeah, we should be good. Now it depends on the branch of service. In the Air Force, they're called ABUs. Okay, I did not know that. I don't know what they called them in the 70s, is what I'm saying, though. I have no idea. I'm just going to call them fatigues. I think the Navy calls them SBUs. Yeah, it's another one. I have no idea uh, what they call them, but yeah, in the 70s, who knows? I'm just gonna call them fatigues. So it's fatigues here, okay? They look like a good, like if I were to just texture them right now, you could probably just use this, at least it's good for at least practice, right? But we're not gonna stop it here. We're not gonna, as far as what we're working on, we're gonna put pockets on them and whatnot, and then make them look a little bit closer to what they're supposed to look like. But for the most part, I like it. I like it. I think they turned out pretty well. So maybe there's still hope for using garment tool for pants and uh and just going with that. It should be completely fine for a shirt. Shirts usually turn out perfect within like one or two tries. I was more worried about the pants, but now that we have a reliable way of fixing this garbled, crunched up area here, we can just go with that. We won't have to remesh them. We can leave it just like this, which means we don't have to retopologize them either because they're pretty low enough as it is. I think this is fine. It should not uh, cause any more strain on the scene as a whole. All right. So, all right, I'm going to stop it right here. Okay, I know it was a short stream. I started late. I'm sorry about that. Tomorrow we're going to try. If nothing, if my schedule is good, we're going to start sooner around this normal time, which is what, around 9-ish a.m. Eastern time. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. All right, and then we're gonna pick it up as usual. We're going to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make the shirt first, and then we're gonna work on all the pockets and details and whatnot after once the shirt's there. Okay. So I want to thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry it was a short stream. My schedule was definitely had to be changed. All right, but I still wanted to stream. I didn't want to skip today. I didn't skip any days, but I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we're going to continue this on. All right, this learning experience. I had fun doing it. I always have fun doing this.